What's up people, this is Ninad Kulkarni from Picklers and welcome to another paddle review video. This one is very special for me because this paddle is going to be my primary paddle till I find a better one which can top it. This is the Mark Kinetic. Just a side note, a while after I received this paddle, it was rebranded by the folks at Mark. So this is the same paddle, just the different color and a little bit of specification changes. Rest, it's the same. The Kinetic is now known as the Mark 1, but it's almost the same paddle. And the best thing is that it's Kevlar. So let's dive into it. Innovation. It has always been a part of our pickleball community. We have tried to enhance our play by making modification and technical enhancement to our paddles. And Kinetic is a pretty fascinating paddle. It's a Gen 2 thermoform paddle with foam injected edges. It has thermoform edge sealed. It is a unibody design. It has foam injected core too. And the best thing, it has a blended surface of carbon and Kevlar. I was sold with the first two specifications itself. This is the best deal I have ever seen. Everything which was going good in the pickleball industry has been blended into this Kevlar paddle. But new doesn't necessarily mean better. I'll explain this later on in the video because if I explain it now, you won't stick to watch it. Talking about the specifications, the face length is 16.25 inches, just a bit shorter than its core competitor, the Ruby. Yes, the 6-0 Ruby. The Mark Kinetic or the Mark 1 is literally going against the 6-0 Ruby. And it blows my mind. For reference, the 6-0 Ruby is the biggest Kevlar paddle on the market. The Kinetic is 7.5 inches wide in its face. It is as wide as the Eula Perseus. The grip is 5.3 inches long. It is a bit more longer than the Invicta, but it doesn't help with double-handed backhands. But Nana, this paddle literally has a bigger grip than the most popular paddle in the Indian market. Why can't we hit double-handed forehands with it? Well, let me explain. When we get more space on the grip, we tend to keep our palm comfortable there and occupy more space because there is space available. And when your primary hand has occupied this space, there is practically none left for your supporting hand. And this is the exact reason why paddles like the Magnus and Invicta have shorter grips. If you try to give them bigger grips, the paddle just becomes imbalanced. And I think companies should put some thought in this too. If you're making a paddle with a comfortable grip, don't make it too comfortable and don't make it less comfortable like the Invicta. The surface of the Kinetic is a blend of DuPont Kevlar and carbon surface. They call it the Kevlar carbon. And the biggest question why you probably tuned in for this video. How good is Kevlar on court? And here is my answer. It's alright. It's nothing special. I mean, I understand people expected something crazy from it, but no, it's just a slow and damp surface. The surface definitely absorbs the energy from the ball and even the spin and really makes the game slower. Kevlar is known for having tremendous spin, which I agree with, but I don't think it can be a USP of a paddle that a paddle will have good spin because the grit can wear off any minute. It is important for the industry to try new things, but this isn't the best thing. I repeat, Kevlar does have spin, but it just makes the game a lot slower, which I personally am not a fan of. The surface is just really stiff and doesn't give you much pop, and it doesn't make me feel like I'm in charge of the ball anymore. Kevlar isn't just a surface, it's a whole category of paddles, meaning that if you're trying to make one, you can't just use technology from any other paddle and try to blend it with a Kevlar surface. You need to make sure that the core is compatible with it and the technology too. But I use the Kinetic. It has been made with technology of a Gen 2 thermoform paddle and it suited me well. I'm not the kind of guy who usually goes with slow and damp paddles, but this isn't about the surface, it's about the core of Mark. And this is my favorite thing about the paddle. It's a classic Gen 2 paddle. It is thermoformed, foam injected in the edges and even the face. After a while of hitting with it, it suited me really well and I'm gelling with the paddle pretty good. The paddle, it's still damp, but the nature of the paddle I think compensates it. I still think we can use better core and technology for Kevlar paddles because with this technology I don't think it's just exposed to its full potential yet. At the baseline, it plays really well. It lets you feel like you have control over the ball, even though Kevlar is not known for doing that. But again, the Gen 2 nature of the paddle compensates with the Kevlar surface. And the dinks are pretty meh. I don't know how to describe them. I just don't like dinking with this paddle though. If I'm playing with this paddle, I'm only playing singles. I think that will be it for this paddle from my side, and here are my ratings. The comfort is a 1.8 based on the grip analogy which I explained. The volleys are 1.3. The drives are a solid 1.6. The tech used is a 1.62. I mean, it is Kevlar, but I think we can still do a lot better with the core. And relevance in the market is a solid 2. Despite of what the paddle lacks, I think curiosity of the players will definitely make them attracted towards it. Even if Kevlar is in the future, it's a step for us. In total, this paddle lands at a rating of 8.3. Thanks to Mark Pickleball for making this video possible, and thanks to you for tuning in. See you.